This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Hoodrich Pablo Juan. He's just been released from prison. He did a few years. Wasn't he caught up in like a RICO? What were his charges before? So he took a 5-year plea deal. So he just came home. This was back in 2022, so he's home a little bit early, but, you know, you do get time off and stuff like that. Resulting in a negotiation with the plea deal, he was sentenced to 15 years, 5 to serve. Banishment from Griffin Judicial Circuit, which includes Upson, Pike, Spalding, Fayette counties, ordered to pay a $2,000 fine and remain probation when released from prison. His arrest was in 2020, part of a large gang-related investigation. Those indicted faced 92 counts of the RICO Act, 59 counts of violations of Georgia Street Gang Terrorism Prevention Act, 3 counts of trafficking, meth, 3 counts of heroin, 4 counts of kidnapping, 4 counts of murder, and 24 counts of aggravated assault. So, yeah, he is now, I think he's like 37 now. All right, so he's home. And he can get a second chance at life. All right, then we got Lil Durk hoping he gets a second chance at life. He releases a statement from jail on the phone, I think, basically saying he's doing better. We all get second chances. When I get out here, I will have a second chance. Now, how long is it going to take for him to get out? Probably a while, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I don't see Lil Durk coming home for like 10 years possibly. But, you know, he does have the money and access to powerful lawyers now, so he might be able to get some time off.
Salam rahmatullah.
All I was saying was my father had briefed me on what's going on, and I said I'm gonna let y'all know I'm proud of y'all. For the sake of Allah, you know, I love y'all for the sake of Allah, you know.
Everyone gets very. You should always be religious. You should always have a connection with God, but some people only do it during times of like jail and stuff like that.
I'm doing better, man. We all got second chances, and you know, we can offer a lot right now. So I just want to let y'all know that we're with y'all 100%. You know, when I get out of here, you know, inshallah, ASAP before October or during trial, how we go, I'm gonna leave that example. And I told him I want to come down there and see y'all, come speak to y'all. So you know what I'm saying?
All right, so that was Lil Durk from jail. Yeah, he, you know, he's been, you know, with Lil Durk, it's been like a long road where he's been trying to get on since 2010. Finally got on after King Von passed. And, you know, he was like under the radar up until that point. You know, he wasn't commercial. He did have his deal with Def Jam and everything in 2016. But, you know how that goes. It just wasn't, it didn't really click until like 2020. Click. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so then we got, this is an artist called Osama Sun. He has 1.6 million monthly listeners. I guess he had a show at Madison Square Garden, and these are his fans. He's a growing artist, you know, so he must. It seems like he's building a loyal fan base for them to be trying to claw their way at him at a cage, you know, the cage in the back that lets the cars in and out. But hey, I'm not too familiar with him, but I listened to some of his songs. More like a hardcore Little Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi. I Show Speed found on stream that Pele, Marcelo, FIFA president, and Ronaldo are all following him. This is his dream. This guy is, you know, I Show Speed is obsessed with soccer, aka football, and yeah, he actually was at some soccer game, and Ronaldo had him play the drum. But, you know, he's living his dream, man. I like I Show Speed. I like him, man. Jack Doherty was kicked out of Neon's party and banned, and all the girls that Jack Doherty came with. This is where Jack Doherty makes most of his money at basically managing OF models. They all left him and went inside. Fousey always has something going on. His latest journey has been weight loss and bodybuilding combined, and he just won a trophy for that. Yeah, congrats to Fousey. Fousey's got to have his mind on something, otherwise he loses his mind. You know. Imaru, another streamer, speaks on she was assaulted at TwitchCon. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. She says, "I'm sorry, but that's a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. And I felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because a TwitchCon staff president thought it wasn't a big deal." That's the danger of being on a streamer or something like that. And you have these meet and greets. Sometimes you'll get a person that feels like they have the right to assault you. Charlie Rocket. I was wondering who this is, and then I figured it out. You remember Street Execs back in the day? This is one of the founders of Street Execs. Okay. Did I know Charlie personally? Not really. I didn't really know Charlie. I had been working with 2 Chainz, and then Charlie kind of started managing him with DJ. I forget the DJ's name. I think he still manages him today. But Charlie Rocket. So his name was Charlie back in the day. Now he's a motivational speaker. Who knew? Who knew? You never know. You never know. So he's a motivational speaker now. But he says before Street Execs, I guess he was on the road with SOULJA Boy. And he says he went 3 days without eating food before SOULJA Boy told him he could eat whatever he wanted after he had ordered tons of food, to the room. And he spat on the food. SOULJA Boy has 24 hours to respond. This is Charlie. So Charlie used to manage 2 Chainz. Yeah. And now he's a motivational speaker. Then we got Benzino. People were saying they're calling the authorities for he's reposting this video he did that was copying oh my gosh. He was copying a video. Who recently passed, man? I'm having a brain fart. I'm sorry. D'Angelo. I'm sorry, yeah. So D'Angelo passed just this week. He had a song, How Does It Feel? And the video was him topless. He was really naked, but pause. And Benzino redid this video a long time ago, and he reposted it thinking it was paying homage to D'Angelo. No. You weren't showing respect or anything. It's like you're actually ruining the man's legacy by trying to recreate that. Leave it alone. D'Angelo was a great R&B artist, and he died of pancreatic cancer, they say. Nicki Minaj increasing the heat for her album. She says, the truth of the matter is I could put my album out tomorrow and still revolutionize the music industry yet again. On 3/27/26, that is the truth. And then turn around and still release another blockbuster fourth quarter of 26. Incentivize me. I could release 3 game-changing monumental... where do we leave off? Monumental and 3 audiobooks next year alone. Watch them try and fail miserably, thinking they'll beat me to it yet again. I don't have to be copied by podcasters and TV hosts. Bless their hearts. They mean well. I am the podcast. I am the podcaster. I am the TV host. The one that people would actually care about. The only one. I am the technology you search for. I've let them steal ideas because those are the ideas I never really gave a shit about. If you really knew your phone was cloned, would you discuss your real plans and ideas? No. You'd give the scraps and watch them. Watch them ponder over them. She says, watch them not know what they're doing with it. Just so you can sit back and laugh. Ha 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 ha. That psychotic laugh they hate to hear. Billionaire Barbie is no one's fool. Billionaire Barbie was just waiting on you to come to your senses. Hi, I'm Billionaire Barbie. Let's chat. Yo, Nicki's something else. Yo, Nicki is very performative. But you know what? She has a problem too. She should, if I was Nicki in her position, which I'm not, but if I was, and I had all that material, I would do 1 year of just a takeover and then just disappear for a long time. Enjoy life, like really make a ton of money next year and just like put it away so you can live and just chill, drop little tidbits here and there, and that's it. Tekashi says his video did more than Lil TJ's video in 24 hours. Tekashi did 1 million. He only did about 500,000. He says, in the era of rap where there's more inflated numbers because of labels are scared after Drake took Universal to botting, we see who the real king is. Oh, there's no more inflated numbers. Did the label stop? No. Ice Spice just was inflated. One is blackballed, the other isn't. Talking about Tekashi. This is Gerald Houston. He's a funny comedian. A lot of people have lied on his name about the Papoose incident. People say he got messed up by Papoose, which isn't the case. Papoose threw some books from a distance because they weren't too happy with his, calling Clarissa Shields Serena Williams. But he clarifies that he's,
So
he's telling him Papoose didn't hit him with a book.
Papoose didn't smack you with a book to your nose about his girl, so your whole scam all capped in. That's not my scam, bro. I didn't even bring this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one that brought this shit up, bro. There was no scam. No, Papoose didn't smack me with a book, bro. You know what I'm saying? Papoose threw some books at me, man. That's what happened, bro. He threw some books at me. After I had already hugged her, walked away, was 7 or 8 feet from her and 6 or 7 feet from him, that's when he decided to throw some books. He threw some books standing over there. I didn't step to him and say, I did it, nigga. I ain't step to him. He didn't step to me and say, don't do that corny shit. Anybody want to hear the story that happened to me and Papoose and Clarissa Shields? Somebody just told me this morning my nose is broken. I got my nose broke by Papoose. My nose is still broken, right? Got my boy.
Nothing happened, That's all he's saying, basically. And some people are just lying on it, he said. Joe Budden responds to Usher getting on the Chris Brown song, It Depends remix. It was good. That's basically it. It was a good song. And lastly, Erica Dixon, who's Scrappy's baby mom. She responds to Prince from Love and Hip Hop, If You Care, saying that he said he slept with her. She says, grown men sitting around gossiping is beyond me. Start by telling how I met you. Through my gay homeboy. No relationship, no situationship, nothing sexual ever. We were just cool. You're clearly still battling with your sexuality, and that's not my issue. Please leave me alone. Keep my name out your mouths, especially you, Chaotic 305. You don't want these problems. I don't bother nobody. But y'all stay coming for me. Find somebody safe and do it expeditiously. Love and hip-hop drama. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll check you guys later.